Welcome back. Will Worsham joins us now for this week's Speaking Legal discussion. Thanks for coming in, Will.
Glad to be here.
Before we get serious, let's talk about the new championship awards that you've gotten.
Yeah, we...
For what? Tell everybody what, in case they don't know.
Taekwondo. Yeah, we do martial arts, train martial arts instruction here in town over at ATA Martial Arts of Springfield.
Yes.
Took our competition team up to Sioux City, Iowa for the Great Plains District Championships this past weekend.
It's one of the hotbeds of Taekwondo.
Well, it was this weekend.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
It sure was. No, there were 10 regions all over the country that had the regional district championships, and so that's where we went. It was Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, both Dakotas, Minnesota.
And you walked away with what?
I took my 6th, 7th, and 8th district championship titles this weekend. So,
sweet. Yep. Where does it go from here?
Little Rock, Arkansas for World Championships.
World Champions.
Tournament champions.
You're a good teacher. He's trying to get me to come. And I'll try that out sometime.
Good, you should.
But
come
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Let's take a look at today's question. My son was injured while working at a construction site. A wheelbarrow he was using turned over on him, and it ended up breaking his ankle. He'll be out of work for 3 months. It may require surgery. It did require surgery, and he may not get back the full use of his foot. His employer told him, do not file a workers' comp claim because it was his own fault. Is there anything he can do, Will?
Yes, he should file a workers' comp claim.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the whole point of workers' compensation. This doesn't matter if it's your fault or not. It's designed to protect workers that are working in theoretically dangerous environments from just this type of thing, from losing their income. There's a trade-off involved in the workers' compensation program.
What's that?
Well, what it is if this was a straight negligence case, let's say he had a negligence claim.
Right.
Which he would not in this scenario, but if he did, then he could not only get his medical bills paid, his lost wages, he could get a pain and suffering settlement, he could get all that. But when we enter into the workers' compensation realm, we expand who's eligible for benefits. We say, even if it's your fault, even if there's no negligence, if you get hurt while you're at work, we're going to pay you.
Right.
But you're not going to get the pain and suffering. You're not going to get some of the other stuff. You're going to get your wages at a percentage of what your regular wage is. You're going to get your medical bills paid. And then you could get some what's called total partial disability. Or temporary total, permanent partial disability. They're two different things that you get paid out. So he's going to be temporarily totally disabled when he can't for 3 months. But then after that, if there is a lingering injury, that's a permanent partial disability.
So it's redetermined at that point.
At that point, there's a determination made. There's what's called ratings throughout the workers' compensation process, where depending on what the injury is, temporary versus permanent, and then what is injured and the how much the impairment is on both a temporary and permanent basis, those ratings then equate to how many weeks you get paid on the temporary side and then what your total payout may be on the permanent side. It's a fairly complicated...
Sounds like an algorithm, something as long as your arm.
That's exactly right. But every part of the body is kind of rated from the finger to the hand, and sometimes that's the argument, is the employer insurance company may be saying, well, it's a finger, and you may be saying, well, because we lost the finger, really the whole hand is impaired, and maybe the whole arm is lost because we can't use the arm, and so that's where you get into the negotiation and the arguments over what.
That's why you need to have an attorney, because you have to be versed in all of the ins and outs there.
And not to mention, he being told by his employer not to file, he might believe that and think, oh, I can't file. If I do, I might get fired.
Yes, and that's way bad.
Well, what you said
legal term for that.
What it said was my employer said not to file because it was your fault.
Yeah, which is wrong.
Doesn't make a difference.
Right, and my gut tells me the employer probably knows what's right and what's wrong here, and probably doesn't have workers' compensation insurance in place, which is probably well, I know it's illegal for if you're involved in the construction industry, you're required to have workers' compensation insurance, so there's probably a lot more wrong going on than we just maybe scratch the surface.
Now, how are you protected as far as your job is concerned? Because now right here, it sounds like you're setting up an adversarial kind of relationship. Well, is your job protected?
Yeah, it is. I mean, ideally, workers' compensation should not be an adversarial process. I mean, the employer's paying for the insurance, the insurance company. That's part of the point of it, is that people can get what they need without having to stand. But yeah, all the standard whistleblower protections are going to apply here, just like anything else.
Yeah,
so they're all going to be good to go.
So what do you need to bring to the table then? I mean, I want to file workers' comp.
Right.
What do I need to bring to that table?
Come see a lawyer, first of all, and then the lawyer can get you with the people. They may go with the workers' compensation doctor that you're already using, or we may need to find a specific doctor that's going to write everything the way the Workers' Compensation Commission needs to render a judgment.
Most important, find an
All right.
attorney.
Absolutely.
People want to talk to you. How do they do it?
You can get a hold of us at the Call Law Firm, 863-9455. Go to our website, willworshamlaw.com, or email us here at the station.
We appreciate you.
I'm happy to be here. Thank
And
you.
congratulations
Thanks
again. All right. Up next, the Ball Knobbers are here to perform for us. Stay tuned.
There they are.
Look at them. They look great. They sound great.
None of them are bald.
You're hiding something.
I'm a sinner. For those sins, I confess them to God.
You understand what's at stake here, right? Yes, I do.
Viewer discretion advised. Tonight at 7 on Z27.
Spring is here and summer is around the corner. You've noticed the grass is green and the flowers are blooming. But have you noticed the motorcycles out on our roads? For 34 years, I've helped riders because the other person was drinking, speeding, distracted, or didn't look twice. So I hope you never need my services. But if you know someone who does, I would appreciate it if you